Play the force on the sidelines. Here we go. So the Wizards will get the first possession. Here's Sarr. Poole outside. Off target from three-point range. Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span, so hard to envision that happening anytime soon. They got a long way to go.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a three-point game. Here's Claxton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, both of these organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, BA. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team. Every time I watch Sarr, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
Right side, Russell. Screen by Claxton. To the inside. And Claxton throws it down.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Poole from long range. Fires in the triple.
And just another weapon that Jordan Poole has in his offensive arsenal.
Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez.
I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense. We have to talk, and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Russell, that's good.
Well, understanding not only the routes, but the speed and angles of those routes, Russell with the knack to find the right spot.
Now here's Middleton. Poole for 3. Clowney pulls it in. Now here's Russell. And the layup falls.
Well, Russell's such a natural scorer and capable of connecting just about anywhere.
It's George on the wing. Knocks down the long J.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Down low. It's stolen by Poole. To the middle. Here's Sarr. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Sarr's got his second basket.
Look at the rookie rising to meet the defense's challenge. Sarr using all of his length to beat the contest inside.
And Claxton gets the bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Pass to Coulibaly. George outside. Offline with a 3. Nets trailed by 4. Russell with the ball. Picked up by Coulibaly. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Now here's Poole. From outside the arc. And it's Coulibaly missing. And the Nets with possession here. Pass to Watford. To the paint. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
It's so sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
And Poole is such a tough and dynamic three-point shooter. He's comfortable firing from anywhere.
Inside. Claxton. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Pass to George. Back to Middleton. Poole with the ball. Here's Koulibaly. And again, Washington with a triple.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
And it's Russell on the drive. Johnson on the wing. Launches it. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
To the middle. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton.
Substitutions on the court.
24 seconds left in the first quarter. Poole outside. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Those are 2 tough points from Poole. Great to see him mixing it up down low.
Pass to Martin. The kick out to Williams. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking along. Don't go away. We'll be back. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Back to Martin. And that one is hammered home.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising. In a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Poole shot is off. The Nets with the lead. Thomas left side. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Poole. Oh, what an effort by Poole.
And Poole can make some of those inside off-balance opportunities look easy.
All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
There's a screen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, whenever Jordan Poole is out there, Brent, you expect some highlight reel moments.
Now, there's no doubt that Jordan Poole is the kind of player that's going to take some chances. And sometimes it doesn't go so well. But when the times pay off, B.A., it is spectacular. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Pass to Sarr from behind the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Sarr's got 7.
Yeah, still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Ooh, not good there, Allie. Thank you. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Substitutions.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Thomas, to the inside. And Claxton throws it down.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? To the paint. Here's Sarr. Brooklyn pulls it in. With the Bradley Beal trade, Washington made it clear they were going in a new direction, Brent.
Yeah, it felt like the Wizards were stuck in the Delaware just a little bit. They won 34 or 35 games for 3 straight seasons, and trading away Bradley Beal was an admittance to, hey, we've got to start over. We've got to do something, get some younger players in here on the roster and give us some flexibility. The future is now for the Washington Wizards.
And he gets it to go. He's got 11.
When you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
And here's Thomas from the arc. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. And Washington with possession. They're on an 11-2 run. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Here's Claxton. Rebounded by Champagnie. And Washington with possession. They've got a 13-2 run going. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Nets trail by 7. From 7 feet. Kispert grabs a miss.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Brogdon with a bucket. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And the other team is running all over them right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And Russell's got the ball here for the Nets. They trail by 9. Thomas outside. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Thomas has got 5 points.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Back to Brogdon. From the arc. From deep. Brogdon.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Pass to Champagnie. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Now Johnson over Kispert. Off the left rim and out.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Thomas outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Russell. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Wizards up 10. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Nets trail by 10. Screen by Claxton. To the left side wing. Here's Whitehead. No points so far.
Oh, my God. That was impressive. How many guys can flush it like this man?
Not many. That's for sure. He can really fly.
And the defense knows this. Somebody has to come over to contest.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Pass to Clowney. Russell with the ball. 6 to shoot. High post Claxton. The kick out to Johnson. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Down low. Pass to Poole. It's Middleton on the wing. Stolen by Russell. Outside Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got 5.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's Poole. He's got 12. Poole exploding to the rim. No good again that time. Nets trail by 3. Pass to Russell. To the inside. Here's Claxton. Outside for Russell. Shot clock at 6. Here's the pick. To the right side. Here's Clowney. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Clowney's got his first 3 points of the game.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Pass to Russell. And there's the screen. Inside. Whitehead. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. We've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Oh, my. Their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Timeout from Brian Keefe. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
All right, fans. It's time.
we've got a timeout from Brian Keith. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
And the Nets making a change here. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Outside Brogdon. Pass to Bay to win the drought. Washington again can't hit. Nets leading by 4. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Soft touch off the glass. Claxton's got 15.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Defensive foul.
So Russell will go to the free throw line.
His first personal.
It's on Corey Kispert. Free throw is good from Russell. Wizards trail by 9. Pass to Carrington. Back to Brogdon. 54 seconds left in the third. Johnson with a double team. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Sinks the tray. Carrington's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And here's Thomas from the arc.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Brooklyn making a switch here. 32 seconds left in the third. Back to Brogdon. Pass to Carrington. Outside for Bay. Left side Brogdon. Sharp grabs the miss.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
The offensive rebound. Here's Carrington. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. After starting from behind. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Wizards trail by 6. Pass to Poole. And that comes off the assist by Middleton.
And he's absolutely feeling it. There is no hesitation from Jordan Poole.
Here's Russell. Sharp. Sarr pulls it in. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Middleton outside. Pass to George. Fires from deep. Brooklyn pulls it in. Releases from 15. Brooklyn, no good that time either. And it's Washington with the ball. 4-point game. Here's Sarr. The kick out to Poole. The 3 ball. No good. He's shooting 5 for 12 so far. To the paint. Pass to Johnson. From 20 feet. Rebound by Middleton. Wizards trail by 4. And there's a pick. Here's Poole. It's George on the wing. Knocks it down from distance.
And another area where Poole continues to work has just become a much more effective passer.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Sarr misses. The Nets with the lead. Thomas with the ball. Picked up by Coulibaly. Thomas outside. Screened by Claxton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
The Wizards trail by 3. Middleton outside. Pass to Poole. Here's Sarr. Here's Middleton. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one.
See how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
Here's Claxton.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
Pass to Sarr. For 3, George. Claxton with a rebound. Nets leading by 4. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
So the Nets making a switch here. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And here's Poole. For 3, George. Here's Sarr. Back to Middleton. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about that shot by Middleton? Doesn't matter where it is in the game, he'll take that shot.
To the middle. And Claxton throws it down.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
Middleton from the outside. It doesn't go for him. Brooklyn with the ball. Pass to Whitehead. Lets the 3 fly. That shot's good. Russell making the play. And it's a 6-point Nets lead. To the paint. Here's Coulibaly. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Outside Russell. It's stolen by Poole. Middleton outside.
Middleton out there thinking about the game, and that helps out. Skilled at getting to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. And that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from Middleton.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Pass to Johnson. To the inside. Outside for Russell. The 3. The rebound by the Wizards. Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Claxton. Now Poole will take the lead. That shot is off. Trying here to put the game out of reach.
And that's why it's important to play this one smart.
Pass to Whitehead. Down low. Russell with the ball. Screen by Claxton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It falls!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Stolen by Russell. Here's Clowney. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet. 7 seconds left to the fourth quarter of this one. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation. I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Middleton from the outside. This one belongs to Brooklyn. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Brent Barry.
Hard fought game. He killed me in the first, but I came back. Oh, he killed me in the second. Damn. That's where I wanted.